How's it going? I am out in Garnet Valley today, and I happen to see a contractor van. As you can see right there, it's a flooring company working in this area. And I'm curious, I can see this van. Obviously, they're doing work for this house right here, but does Google know that they work in this area? Let's find out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my phone here, up Google Chrome, and I'm going to search for flooring contractor near me. And let's see if they show up in the map pack. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the map pack, when you search for a local service, basically the first thing you'll see are a few ads, and then you're going to see 3 businesses and a map. And those are the Google business profiles. And that we call the map pack or the 3-pack. The reason why local contractors like this should show up in that map pack is because 75% of the clicks for those type of searches go to those businesses in the map pack, those 3, the top 3. So I'm curious to see if this flooring contractor is showing up when I search right here. I'm literally right here, right near the driveway where they're working, okay? So I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to search flooring contractor near me. And okay, so the first thing I see is a few ads, and it doesn't look like they are running ads. I'm just looking at the name here, and they're not in the map pack. Okay, so what that tells me, it's not to say that this flooring contractor doesn't do a good job. I'm sure they do. However, Google doesn't know enough about their business to show them right here for all the people that are living in this little neighborhood in Garnet Valley. Obviously, they work here, but Google doesn't know it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work backwards. I'm going to figure out why is Google showing the 3 businesses it showed, and then I'm going to look at their Google business profile and see what they could do to improve it. Okay? So the first thing I'm noticing, I always look at the reviews first because that's a big ranking factor for Google. Not only how many stars you have, like your average review rating, but also how many reviews and how often you receive those reviews. We call that review velocity. How quickly are you getting reviews? If you're a contractor like this, you're probably doing several jobs a week. Google's thinking, well, you should be getting several reviews a week. You shouldn't get 15 reviews one day and then not get any reviews for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month. That spike is like a red flag for Google. So I'm kind of curious about these guys, whether or not they're getting regular reviews. What I'm noticing with the profiles right now is the 3 that are in the map pack, 4.9 star rating, 5.0 rating, and 4.8. And we got 182 reviews, 201 reviews, and 50 reviews. So you see that 150 review Google Business Profile, it got in there even though it's way less than the other 2. So it's not so much about the number, it's the quality and how often you're getting the reviews. All right, so let me pull up this flooring contractor on Google Maps and let's see what they look like. Okay, so they've got 145 reviews, which is pretty good. It's more than the 50 that was showing up in the map pack. And they got a 4.9 star rating. So it's not like they're way off. It's not like they have 3-star rating, right? Now, let me take a look at when was the last time they had the review. This is important. Okay, so it looks like it's 18 hours ago. So pretty recent. And then before that, 5 days ago. So there's got to be something in their profile that they're not telling Google that they work in this area. And the next thing I always check is their business description. Now, a lot of home service contractors that I've noticed, they don't actually write a business description. It might be 1 sentence. Google gives you 750 characters. Take advantage of that. You want to use as many of those characters as possible. Typically, what I like to do is I like to mention the business name. I like to mention the primary GMB category. And then I'll mention how many years they've been in business, what locations they serve, the top 3 services they serve, and also I'll mention like something about their mission statement, maybe a 1-sentence mission statement, and then a call to action. So I'm curious if this company here, what it looks like. All right, so one of the things that I'm noticing on their Google Business Profile, I'm looking at the profile on a different phone here. So they're using a good amount, but they're not mentioning their Google Business Profile category. That's important. They're considered a flooring contractor. They should mention the business name is a flooring contractor that serves the residents or the customers in location A, whatever their main location is. And we also serve customers in Garnet Valley, which is where I'm at right now. We serve in Westchester, in Glen Mills. Usually it's like 3 or 4 you want to mention, okay? They're also missing their primary category. So flooring contractor, they should be mentioning that as well. And then everything else looks actually pretty good. One of the things that I do, let's say that this contractor reached out to me and said, hey, Dave, I want to start showing up in Garnet Valley and Westchester and this whole area over here, because we do work over here, but we don't ever show up in the map. Okay, what would I do if I was them, or they hired me? What would I do? Well, the first thing I would do is I'd automate the review request, and I'd automate the responses to the reviews. When you receive a review, the clock starts ticking, and what you want is to respond within 24 hours. Some people don't respond at all. Some respond a couple weeks later. You need to show activity in the account, okay? So that's an activity. Getting the review is an activity, but also responding to those reviews. One of the things they're lacking on their profile that I noticed is there's a section on your Google Business Profile for updates, and they sent an update about 10 days ago. So what I like to do is at least once a week, if not more. I typically, for home service contractors, I build an app for them called the Field Signal app, and it allows them to push an update to their GMB profile, and it takes 10 seconds. It's so simple and easy. They take a photo from the job site, they select the service and the location, and the app does everything else. That would be something that would be helpful for them, especially any type of home service. They want visuals. Your future customers want visuals, but so does Google. And they want to see not just stock photos, they want to see photos from the field. So even if the job is half done, you want to start taking those photos and sharing them with Google as well as with potential future customers. So the one thing that I noticed, I'm now on their website, is on their website, it should mirror and match what they tell Google on their Google Business Profile. And one thing that I noticed that this company did, which is really kind of a no-no, is you do not want to use the near me all the time. So in their services, you can add a service. What I noticed is they added flooring installation near me. Well, that's not the name of the service. The name of the service is flooring installation. So Google's picking up on that now. So it used to be able to fly where you could actually get some traction by adding near me to everything. Now Google's smart enough that they know. Their AI is running through all that, and they kind of almost discount it. So my suggestion for them would be, let's clean up the services on their GMB, and then let's have, for every service you list on your GMB, you should be having a dedicated page on your website for that service. So, but all in all, these guys are doing really well. I mean, they've got obviously 155 reviews, so and it's 4.9 star rating, so it's not like they're fly-by-night flooring company. But if they want to start doing more work in this area, they have to really focus their website and their GMB on Garnet Valley, Glen Mills, Westchester, this whole vicinity that I'm in right now. And I was just driving through, and I see they have 2 really nice vans with the nice logo on the side. I mean, it's perfect. I can't tell you how many times I've driven around to try to do a video like this, and I'd see contractors with a white panel van, no decal at all. I have no idea who they are. I don't know what their business is. That decal is helping them get new jobs. So, because they do have, I'm looking at it right now, they've got their website on the back. They're missing an opportunity to have a QR code on the back, because sometimes, let's say these guys stop for lunch and they park in the parking lot. and somebody needs flooring, it's easier to scan a QR code than it is to type in their website URL. But all in all, they're doing pretty well. But if they want to focus around here, those are the top 3 or 4 things that I would do for that company. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time.